let me do that. We'll cut it out in post. Welcome back to the Esports Championship Series, a $3.5 million tournament for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Myself and DDK here to bring you map number 4. Dan, it's going to be interesting because it's all down to Mousesports now to bring this back to 2-2. Otherwise, that's it. They're done. They're out of the league. They can't qualify.
Yeah, I
Big
mean,
map.
it's Dust 2, so I mean, it's kind of hard to predict between the two teams due to the inconsistencies we've seen so far. But Mousesports, Chris J, you know, he's really actually started to be on point. Like from at least the last map, he was doing some great stuff.
Yep.
Even though they lost, I mean, when he got the AWP in his hands, he was able to do a lot with it. And this is a map where you can get a lot of value out of an AWPer. So hopefully for them, they're going to get the side they want to start on, offer the knife. I think they will, and we'll get to see a Mousesports where Nico's firing. We got Next maybe doing something.
Yep.
And
Spitty's had the odd good round as well in there, so I'm hoping they're warmed up properly enough now, because the first two maps, let's be honest, they were pretty rubbish in places. That both teams had lots of rubbish in each round. They were very messy, very sloppy. CT sides weren't working, then T sides weren't working. T side cobbles were horrible for both teams. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the map now to display these two teams, because we know they've got the skill and we know that they've got the players. So
you can keep it pretty simple too on this map. I mean, as far as T side goes, you only really need the A execute smokes, so it should be pretty simple, I think, for them.
Yeah. The most played map of all time, I think, of any game.
Oh yeah.
All the Quakers out there were going, DM6 campgrounds. What are you talking about? But I'm pretty sure. Here we go then. So Spitty covering the A on his own right now as well. And the flash will deter them a little bit here, but not a huge amount, because they've managed to get one already hopped over onto the bomb site, and that will be the opening frag of the round. It's a big frag too. Bomb already going to be planted. And a 5v4 retake now for Mousesports. They're going to try and get in here long. Lovely headshot from Nico. Gets the second one. Stunning couple of USPs from him. Now, what can they make from here? Over through mid. Next with a lovely flash over the top. But he hasn't fully utilised. But it doesn't matter. Chris J's coming in from short as well. They get one from behind. Quiztone's gone down. And they've got one more man to find. He'll go down to the hands of Next. And what a fabulous retake from Mousesports.
Now they actually get to have some comfort going into the CT economy, and that's good, because that means Chris J can get on the AWP pretty fast and then start abusing those advantages. The HellRaisers, on the other hand, they will be obviously on the, well, it's very likely they're just eco here, unless they, I mean, some teams, I think it's encouraged in some spots where, let's say, you do want to say, okay, we don't want Chris J on the AWP really quickly. Some teams would actually just do a Tech 9 execute with smokes here and do the short execute, where you go on catwalk, you smoke off the bomb site, do all the smokes, plant for short, and guarantee the plant and probably get some damage in as well, just to keep the CT economy in check. But instead, it's going to be full eco, no Kevlar, just food for Next.
Yep, just hold mouse button down and go win round.
That's a lot of cash too for Next at the SMG kills. He's $6,500 right there. That's nice. But this is what it's about though for HellRaisers. They're gonna have the I love the slow motion at the end there. But we have the full AK buy now. This is where the advantage should be able to be exerted by HellRaisers.
Chris J is Chris J already deciding that this round is the scout round.
Yep. I mean, well, Chris J, he's just going to keep the scout. He's just going to keep it for as long as possible.
Loves it, he does.
He really does.
Loves a bit of scout.
And we will see Zero going in, trying to get the entries into the site. This is brilliant. This is exactly what you want to see. When they have the AKs like this, play this contact into the bomb sites, and they're going to be picking up the frag. Zero with 2 there, so 2 versus 3 is going to be down. HellRaisers will be down a player, but at least they have the bomb site down. So the disadvantage levels out somewhat now that they have the defender's advantage. And Oscar is with Zero, so he's got good company.
Weirdly, there's an M4 at the back of this site, but Spitty's decided to hold... No, actually, yeah, he's quite back. What am I talking about? Shut up. Anyway, it's Chris J with an opening kill. He has got rid of the scout so far. Look at this, Zero! Oh, they kind of know that they're face-to-face because they came through the door. But it's Spitty that wins, and Mousesports again on the retake. And that's nice for them. It's nice in many ways. Not just because they've won the round, either.
Yeah, and unfortunately for HellRaisers, even though they got the bomb down a lot of damage, they can't really force up here because the they know that the economy was so good for Mousesports previously that they're not against the Rose. Actually, they're going to do it anyway. So
that's a late call as well.
Yeah, so for them it must obviously have been a marginal decision. That said, Oscar still is yet to. Oscar doesn't have anything. What is Oscar has a Glock and nothing.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why does Glock? Why does he have nothing?
He had 3.5. Yeah, 3.550. So.
Why did he not buy with his team?
Yeah, could have got.
Why did he not buy with his team?
Could have got Galil.
Weird.
Very strange. We had a couple of this on day one as well. Lovely, straightforward AWP shot to the box from Chris J. He's going to defensive flash over the top as well, just in case the push came. Didn't. Can he get another one there? There are 3 men waiting in mid as well. And he does get another one, this time through the top of the box. Again, the defensive flash, just in case the push. And again, HellRaisers don't do it. How many more times are they just going to walk in front of Chris J? Well, the answer is no this time. They're not going to make the same mistake, surely, for the 3rd time.
And Oscar,
oh my goodness,
he's got some equipment now. He managed to pick some stuff off the corpses of his fallen comrades. But the problem is that, you know, Mousesports are super comfortable here. They've got so much in the way of firepower and still a nice handful of utility to work with. Nico's there, awaiting the push on the short end. To be honest, it should be a comfortable defense. He's tossing a flash into the sky, and the pops are coming here from the M4. There's still 2 players charging Nico, but he's got a lot of support coming his way, so this should never happen right now for HellRaisers, and indeed it won't.
What was that headshot?
You just have to wonder, really, like, what is going on with the buy there for HellRaisers? Why is Oscar not buying with his team? That's a really huge issue at the start of this Dust 2 match. Yeah. Because they're not on the same page. Obviously, you know, this round, now his team's going to force stuff again, and they have another kind of horrible buy.
So that's why he didn't buy, because they were going to go, okay, we're going to do 2 forces, and if we 2 force, then you can buy an AWP in the 2nd round. Maybe. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt that actually it was planned.
Yeah, I disagree with it. I do not put
sure.
my seal of
I'm just trying to be the nice guy here, Dan.
No.
That's having none of it.
So, well, I mean, we'll have to see if Oscar can get an opening for his team and get in position with the AWP. Mousesports, they might be a little bit confused to see all these buys, but I mean, generally speaking, they're so comfortable with the fact that they have so much money at this point to play with, and all the nades, and they can just play their game out and just wait for HellRaisers to try to make mistakes. We've got Stiko there at the top of the stairs on short. And just some pressure being put in here. They're trying to set up the A split. And Nico is the one-man army there to defend on long. Looks like he's going to be able to do just one frag there. One defensive kill will come out from him. And that's going to put some pressure on Chris J now, because he's got to defend here from car onto short, but also has the players quickly charging him in the back. Questone now is going to be there holding down long, so it's going to go quite well for HellRaisers after all.
Yeah, a little bit of fire damage, a little bit of grenade damage as well on Zero as he planted, but good cover from Questone at long. They already had that long control early, so nicely done. They'll also know that they can't get back round that way, and so instead they're going to push 2 short and 1 from CT spawn here. Zero's going to have a field day here. He really should be able to fill his boots with the 2 kills. Got himself 1, does get the 2nd. Here comes the 3rd off the top of the ledge and falls to 0 as well. So 3 kills from the Zero hero. And Mousesports now are 4-1 up.
Zero has been awesome in this series so far for HellRaisers. He's been awesome. I've got to say.
Point out, we've got Angel and Oscar without a kill after 5 rounds. Unusual.
It could change for Oscar here. He's got the AWP, and he's going to miss the 2 players crossing. Really waiting for that jumping player, but it was never to be. And Chris J with the usual shenanigans here. The boost down to lower dark. But HellRaisers, they've got everyone waiting outside along. So either they read that there's going to be mid-aggression, or they're waiting for an Xbox smoke before they go up to catwalk, or they just want to just rush into the A-long area and take it over. But it looks like it is indeed, they're just waiting for... I mean, there was no Xbox, but I'm actually not so sure why they waited so long there. Maybe they're just afraid of Chris J's early mid-peaks.
Well, they seem to know it's coming as well. AWP shot was a little bit too early. Chris J taking a little bit of damage as well, 42 in fact. And next, getting himself the first frag. So, HellRaisers have got themselves a man advantage here, but it's cost them quite a bit of damage. Almost a man's worth of damage, actually. But still, the advantage laid with the German org right now.
Mousesports are just waiting for HellRaisers. They're like, okay, guys, we have an advantage. You guys have to come to us.
Well, I think they've remembered that HellRaisers very rarely do much fast on T side. As we've said, pointed out several times already in this match alone, they've run out of time on a couple of T rounds. On Inferno, on Cash. And they're leaving it late here again. And getting picked off as well. He's going to back himself out towards long. That was a lovely flash off the corner of the wall as well. Both of them moving away and retreating now. So these will be saved weapons, presumably, if they can hold on to them. Oscar getting himself the first kill of the match. Sorry, not the match, really. The map. That would be harsh, wouldn't it? 4 maps in, having a kill.
That would be pretty legendary. Yeah, it's going to be also continuing with the AWP in this round, but I wonder if he's just going to go for the straight-up peek in middle, see if he can pick up a frag there again. Christian hasn't been challenging middle. He's been keeping away from it, which I think is 2 things: a show of respect, and also just the fact that it's much less variance to not peek that. I mean, it's a coin flip most of the time against a great player, so you can just get a lot of value out of the AWP elsewhere. That's consistent.
Not quite as good, not as quite as easy as it used to be to pick that mid either. On CT side, I have to say.
Especially with the metal doors as well being
a pain, frankly, for AWPers. I speak for AWPers everywhere. A pain. That's what they are.
Yeah. And now the mid pressure is going to be coming in a little bit. We had the boost, but fantastic grenade there from Oscar. It's a grenade we don't see enough to kind of counter PTs, you know, who are going for the old NOA stack. Old reference.
Indeed.
But yeah. 4 versus 4. Steeko's very low on health, but now HellRaisers really need to get a move on. They've got to get themselves towards the bomb site now, and you can see they're starting to file into the upper dark area, looking to try to take the B bomb site. Chris J's there though with an AWP. He could stop all of this just on his lonesome.
These are fun when these happen, aren't they? Seen plenty of action from this position from Forest, for instance, in this B bomb site a number of times. There's the first one. Much more passive position from Chris J, of course, than the Forest version, but it's similarly effective, I have to say. 2 down, and that'll scare Oscar away. He's scurrying back home for safety, and it's another round where HellRaisers just didn't do anything, Dan.
Yeah, I mean it's very similar to the Cobblestone T side, whereas they just don't seem to understand how to build anything in the round, any opportunities, and then they get into a situation where it's like, okay, we don't know where Chris J is playing, but let's just move forwards now.
That's sloppy.
And see if we can walk into the bomb site.
Yeah,
oh, Chris J's there. Oh, we lost the round.
Yeah, that's a bit sloppy though for Chris J. He shouldn't have really lost his life there. No need to be pushing out that way. I guess they've got plenty of cash, so that's okay, but it's not like they've got, you know, stacks of cash. He can fall by this time with an AWP anyway. Does leave him without any smokes or grenades though. So if he hadn't done that, that makes a little bit of difference. You never know quite what difference they're going to make. Still,
here we go.
What are we going to get from Oscar and Chris J? No, anything?
Chris J's waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, but that's okay. I mean, this might have been also the reason why HellRaisers have been very slow on top mid before, is because maybe they're expecting Chris J to have a delayed peak timing there. It's always possible, but Oscar's going to be looking to pick into a long. Gets moved with the grenade. So that's nicely done by Nico, just forcing them out of position so he can take a good position himself.
Got to tell you, we talk about Nico as being this great fragger. What we don't often talk about is how smart he is either, because he's been playing that long really, really well. Not just, you know, the aim and the shots and the plays, but the flashes have been on point, the Molotovs have been on point, the reads have been on point.
Yeah, he's a smart lad. He's Yanko's boy after all. So here we go. This is where the round will be made for HellRaisers if they're able. Oh, they're going to do the run boost for the pick. This would be sick. Here we go. Run boost pick. Here we go.
Oh.
And who is there?
Oh
boom.
My goodness.
There it is. That is fantastic. Glorious shot. Styling on Mousesports. Even though they're 6-1 down, they are styling on Mousesports. And even though they're going to get wrecked, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely wrecked in the site as
wow.
well.
And the one-shot
jumping headshot, one-shot from Nico. No less. But yeah, that's well, start points 10, round points 0.
The run boost peak is actually quite legit with very, very high skill players. It's something we see that...
there we go.
Boom. It's something we see with Liquid, actually. They do that with Simple all the time. Because the Simple, obviously, is just godlike.
Yeah.
So they actually do the run boost peak with him quite often. And it's pretty awesome to see that. So, I mean, the thing right now is that HellRaisers, they have not even shown that they deserve really any rounds. That's the problem. They have looked so incredibly lost. Even to the degree where, you know, we see that situation where Oscar doesn't buy and the rest of his team's forcing up. Like, in a clear situation, like, you just have to question, you know, what the hell's going on in the team. And Dennis is going to push up a dark here for Mousesports. Now Mousesports are taking liberties. And 2 players are dead immediately. So this looks horribly grim for HellRaisers.
They're just not able to come up with anything imaginative. And actually, not even imaginative, anything standard right now is working. So whether they've got a lack of strategy, whether they've got a lack of team cohesion, whatever it is that they had on Inferno has seemingly disappeared here on Dust 2. Because they're getting absolutely nothing out of this right now, and they're about to be 8-1 down, which is a guaranteed first half win for the CTs on Dust 2. Not what you're looking for when you start T-side.
Yeah, this doesn't bode well. I mean, to be honest, this map has Mousesports written all over it if it continues in this way.
Last man standing has 0 kills in 8 rounds.
Angel.
He was James Bond last round.
The thing as well is that, like, I don't think they've really put themselves in positions to be fragging at all. I mean, they're just... It's hard to even describe what they are doing because they're not really doing anything. That's the problem.
It's hard to talk about nothing, Dan.
For example, you know, just what about a long take? Just take away long. You can leave a player there. Just
how about a rush?
And that forces the CTs to respond by taking short over instead. Yeah. So then there's a lot of options you can play with in a base on that. But instead, we're seeing them just kind of just hold around the place.
Very passive.
We don't see much in the way like B, just going for the B splits or, you know, the information plays down middle. The executes onto A, the smokes. There's so many things that we're not seeing, which is a little bit scary, to be honest.
I think Mousesports have mixed things up a little bit as well in terms of defense right now, because Nico was playing long. He's now playing sort of on site with the AWP and has already picked himself up once, but he's now down at long instead. But they've somehow managed to break into this bomb site, maybe due to that change. And Nico, well, missing an AWP shot there on short, very unlike him. The second one was much harder though. They come in towards the bomb site. Angel's finally got himself a kill, but Spiddy with a double, Chris J with the next one, and Nico to finish things off. And despite the fact that HellRaisers finally made a push, just as we said they probably should do, rush short, that hasn't worked either.
But the funny thing as well is that Mousesports know that money doesn't really help them very much, and for Mousesports, it's almost in a situation where, oh, okay, we should just let you plant the bombs, so that way all of you will be in one place, and we'll just kill you all together. Just like take you all out at once. It's almost as simple as that, because there are a lot of spots where you can argue that it's actually optimal to give away a bomb site so that you can retake it from really good positions. And I think that was one example of that.
Spiddy getting himself through mid early. They pushed early again onto short. 2 of them pushing through there with a fair bit of damage actually done on them. But they did get the kill onto Chris J, so that's an important first kill. And again, Mousesports just changing things up a little bit. Angel's managed to get himself into long this time. There is a man in mid who was pushing, which was Spiddy, and Oscar's picked him off. Nico now with the response. Gets one. Can he flash it? He can. Flash shot, instant shot, and an instant kill. But Quistone's there, and he's picked up 2 himself now. And this one's flipped around. Mousesports getting a little carried away, perhaps. And now some issues to sort out. Because that issue is Dennis, big time. He's got one. Whoa. Do you know what? That wasn't too far away, because the Molotov was in there helping him as well. Here's the flash peek. Beautiful. Timing. Lovely.
Nico is one scary man.
It's 9-2, and at least HellRaisers have got one on the board. But again, 2 rushes to A short is basically what's won them that round. Yeah,
I mean, we're not really seeing anything. I mean, I can't even say one-dimensional play. I don't know if there are any dimensions right now to HellRaisers T-side at all, to be honest, let alone a single dimension. Let's see if they can continue on picking up rounds, but I think it's unlikely here. We've got Chris J who's just sitting. This is what Chris J is just made for. I mean, he's just going to sit here. He's just going to sit here and just wreck them. If they try to push him there, You can't just straight up challenge Christian. That cannot be your plan to win a round. Not without any grenades, without splitting onto the site, without splitting the attention of the CTs. You have to do something more than that against a team like Mousesports. And Mousesports have 3 on B now, so
they haven't really seen a lot of success on anywhere other than short. So it would sort of make sense to, but on the other hand, it then makes them more predictable, doesn't it? So it's quite hard to make too much hay there, but they are looking at short again. Styko and Quistone are there. So too is Nico. Spitty just covering that long area, so that swap is more of a permanent swap now. See whether they can get these smokes in and maybe, just maybe, plant on the T side of the box. Nico's going to place a lovely Molotov though. And incendiary. Reply back in kind. Now they've managed to get 2 into the bomb site here, and I don't think Nico was quite aware that they'd already made their way onto the site. They've got 4 on there now. All 4 of them.
Wow.
What on earth is that from Nico? That's absolutely incredible. 3 incredible kills. Can he find the 4th? Not quite, but absolutely phenomenal stuff from Nico. Just absolute mind-blowing play.
Seriously, this is why people are giving him this title, that he might be the best player in the world.
Look at this. Look, here we go. That was actually a leg shot, then the point-blank shot, then gets the second one quick scoping, then gets the third one, and the 4th one falls at the end of the round as well. Just absolutely extraordinary play by an extraordinary player.
That is amazing. Amazing stuff there.
Speechless. Absolute treat that was.
So clean. Gotta love Nico, man. Gotta love Nico. He's so good with everything. I mean, the thing is that his rifle play alone is god tier. I never really seen him op very much, but okay. So, all right then.
He's all right. He can op a little bit. He's okay.
It's kind of one of the things that made Olafmeister get that reputation of being the best player in the world. Is because he's basically the best at everything.
Yeah,
so
do it all.
You are the best at everything, so we'll see whether or not HellRaisers can in some way bounce back from that. But it's almost like Nico cam at this point. Let's just see Nico kill people, please. We've got Questone now looking for the smoke to cover the crossover approach and the. Actually, I think he smoked the site there.
I think he smoked site too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're getting the smokes on.
Yeah.
They're going to try to get the
deep on
the site.
Yeah.
And Nico's going to get sprayed down, so the dream is dead. No more Nico highlight this round.
Nico. Yeah, rip Nico movie highlights. Oh, hello. They haven't spotted Angel down in lower B, and he's going to pick up 3, is he? No, not quite. Christian, the only man to get out of there. He's save, lad, save. You've got an op, save. Save it!
It's funny though.
Chris, go back! No, Chris!
That last round is that moment when you realise that your star AWPer is still not as good as Nico at AWPing. that's what that last round was.
Awkward.
So 10-3 is the score, and Mousesports having a dominance showing. The HellRaisers really haven't shown up to this T side. They're not. I mean, no. You got a collection of good players, but we're not seeing great Counter-Strike out of them. No. Strategically, tactically, coordination, team play-wise, generally it's a little bit off.
Firepower.
So,
just everything really hasn't been good enough. For HellRaisers, and this is going to be a Turkish, isn't it? Whoa, hello. Maybe not, because Stoko's stood up to be counted, got himself 2, Angel with the 3rd, and now with a 3v3. Christian at the window. Ugh, that's just not working, is it?
Yeah, so I mean, this round they just walked B, basically, just walked in B, contact play on B, and it's good enough this time around to win them the round. It's the thing, like, HellRaisers have great players, but you got to put them in positions favorable positions against a good team like Mousesports to win the rounds. And we saw them actually get an opportunity to take some fights here, and lo and behold, they are going to win the round with 3 players left alive. So another round for HellRaisers is going to be small consolation in the face of what has largely been a very, very rough first half. And going into their CT side, I mean, they can have the confidence that perhaps Mousesports will have some T-side struggles as they did. It's just a question of how will they be as much in their way of a struggle. Yeah, and I mean, it's terrifically difficult to come back. Even if this ends up 10-5, it's 10-5 to the wrong team.
in terms of the sides that they're on. If they wanted to be in with a shout, really, when they flip over, they really wanted to be 10-5 up themselves on T side, not 10-5 down. Like a 10-round swing for them at the moment. So it's a tall order, really, for HellRaisers. But, you know, hope springs eternal, right? They just need one more round, and then who knows, to win the pistols, and then suddenly it's 10-8, and then who knows after that where it goes. But it could all go wrong in the next 2 rounds. It's the first time, I think, that might be that Oscar's got to pick through a door in mid.
Yeah, indeed. It's
in
actually
15 rounds.
Actually, you're going to get a pick here. And this is the thing I worry about for HellRaisers is when Nico is on that T side, running around with an AK, trying to open up the map. I feel like he's going to be much more dynamic than Oscar has been. Oscar has not really gotten anything for his team in the early rounds, early spaces of the rounds. So, well, looks like HellRaisers are going to get number 5, so it's a 10-5 first half. But it definitely feels like there's a lot of work to do, and it really feels like we're going to be going to
10-6.
Going to that that last map, to be honest, that train. I think we're going to see that, to be honest.
Indeed. Reese thought we'd played 16 rounds in the first half. I'm allowed to rib him for that, right?
Oh yeah. Well, the problem is that we tried to fire him so many times,
right,
and no one wants to take his job.
Right. Okay.
I don't blame them.
Producer Reese with the maths lesson there.
So we can't fire him anymore. He always comes back.
Okay. So yeah, you need Gabe Null.
Or to fire someone.
Yeah.
Or invoke the Gabe and
invoke the Gabe. Right, we are at 10-5. Sloppy last 3 rounds actually from Mousesports, or 3 of the last 4 rounds anyway, where they gave away those 3. At 10-2, you sort of felt like this would be complete domination, but nevertheless, not quite. Great shot from Zero, headshot inside the B-bomb site. He's going to get some backup here from Quizstone. There's 3 men towards this B-bomb site right now. 2 were at car. They've now rotated away from that, and 1 came through from B tunnels, and bomb will go down. Stico and Quizstone now. Set flash off the wall through the window. Doesn't really make any difference. Chris J still waiting, not joining in or helping out. Now finally does start to chip in, but hasn't been able to get the kill. It doesn't matter though. Nexus shut him down. Last man standing. Quizstone gets the first kill. Can he get the second? The car he can! It's a brilliant couple of shots from Quizstone. He'll get the defuse as well. And welcome back to the match, HellRaisers.
It would be a very predictable twist at this point for HellRaisers to just win here, right? In Qualifier. It would be such a because you know they looked completely just hopeless, useless on their first half, and now they're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna have the sickest CT half we're ever gonna have on Dust 2 now. That's like how this series has gone.
You think Mousesports can play well on CT? You see nothing yet. Good tag actually. Speddy did get a face of that scout from Oscar as well.
I don't think Nico's gonna let that happen though. I think Nico will allow HellRaisers to win this.
Oof. Well, actually, it didn't do as much damage as I thought that might have done, but it's done it to the right person. Oscar, look at this! He's picked off all 3 players with the scout so far because he's picked up 2 kills and damage on Spiddy.
Oh, careful!
Ridiculous! Absolutely ridiculous. He's going to pick up a 4-man here, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Let's go for it.
Is that all 5? I didn't quite see whether that was all 5.
Just 4.
Stico
yeah. got 1.
Okay, he did, yeah. Hit all 5, that's for sure.
He did, yeah. He almost got the 5-man, but Mousesports get the. This is the problem though. Mousesports had the bomb plants, so they get the AKs in now. So last rounds, you know, very nice all these eco frags, but now they have the superior weaponry. This is where you're gonna need to see Oscar actually getting some sick work done with the scout.
Do you like these?
Tease.
A little bit of dancing in T-spawn. Nothing doing so far, but Nico's put himself into a position that looks like he might want to push, but Oscar with a very defensive nade will do some damage, and good work as well. Get through the door. Oh, not quite. And here comes the push from Nico. He's fed up with the Oscar scout right now, and instead he's going to gun him down from a long-range shot in mid. Nicely done.
Now this is so scary. I mean, let's look at this defense on A. There is 1 man. It's Seiko with the scout.
Yeah.
His teammates is in A long, so just GG. Nico just basically just won the round here for Mousesports with the 2 picks that he got, and the HellRaisers side they should think about just saving here because there's no way realistically they can get anything close to a retake going. No. So it's gonna save.
Yeah. Famous P90 and 401. Nah. Not gonna happen here. Quizstone's just gonna wait at long. for any signs of life and try and pick himself up at least one frag. Does so on Nico as well. That's a valuable frag. That'll annoy Nico again. Damn it, man, they keep trying to kill me. Move me around.
The best thing about Nico is that, you know, he'll never break your heart.
No. No.
Nico will never break your heart.
No, he's a good man to support and follow. Unlike Thorin with Existence, for instance.
Yeah.
Which just, you know, might as well just play himself a Bonnie Tyler track or something.
Yeah,
Broken hearts all over the place.
I managed to avoid the. I only believed once. I only believed once.
Did you?
Yeah, but then I quickly learned my lesson. And
got
never again.
back off the train.
Never again.
Choo choo.
Okay.
Wait for the Existence train, Dan. Come back. Reboard. No, man, I'm not getting on that train.
Damn straight. We've got the Xbox smoke there in mid, so that's usually very indicative of a catwalk take. But looks like they might just charge through middle, and indeed they will. This timing could be quite dangerous. And look at this double smoke on CT spawn, and the P90 is going to be good for 2. Next in Spitty, the only man standing now for Mousesports. And hey, HellRaisers might just bring themselves straight back into this one.
Well, wouldn't that be a surprise in this match, Dan?
And I don't think Mousesports. I mean, Mousesports survived with like 5 players last round, so they'll still have a strong buy into the next round, I think. But yeah, I mean, HellRaisers going to give themselves a chance here. They have to survive with everyone, though. They really do. They can't afford to let themselves get whittled down by Nex and Spitty.
And they're going to let him plant. They are going to let him plant. Which I find quite extraordinary, but in the end, this should be a 4-man take back. Spitty now the last man alive. He also did a little bit of team damage on Nex on that way through, so that wasn't very helpful. 28 bits of health, and 3 men to face right now, having avoided very nicely the grenade, but he's not going to avoid the M4 bullets from Questone. So, HellRaisers pull another round back. Are they going to have a magical CT half?
It's particularly nice because, you know, players like Oscar, he didn't have any armor there, so I mean they were cutting a lot of corners to win this round, and they ran into the P90 of Angel, which, I mean, that was probably the most impactful round Angel has had so far in this Dust 2 match, and it was with the P90, which was nice. And Mousesports indeed are going to get the buy-in, and we should expect to see some carnage, I would say, from the Orbs in this round. Chris J and Oscar.
Yeah, Chris J, I think, might feel it now he's on T side with the peak advantage. But I also get the feeling that Oscar might just end up AWPing long rather than going mid. I don't know if you can see that setup just yet. Definitely not mid. But that's where the push is going to come. Now, are they going to smoke CT or are they going to push it quickly? No, they're going to smoke it. Sensible. And flash. Here they go then. Smokes are set. Defensive Molotov coming back out through the doors. Dennis through the window. They're going to try and rotate behind him here. They do pick up one. He picks up 2 inside the site. With the aid of both Nex and Nico with some extra damage. Nice execution into that B-bomb site. Now, what can we get from HellRaisers on the retake?
Yeah, this is a really hard call. I mean, they're just going to back away. It's very unfortunate that they have to be in this situation, but to be honest, you know, that's one of the most scary things, is the very fast B-split. And it's hard to get the information that's going to happen. So yeah, this is why normally what teams do is they'll have a setup whereby, okay, 3 men at the A long at the start of the round, 2 men into B at the start of the round. You protect yourself against fast rush timings from either side of the map, and then the guy that would normally play A site, instead of playing A site, he goes down to CT spawn, he sets up a crossfire and information plays with the second player, the support kind of rotation player on B, and then you have that crossfire there. So you can try to slow that down or see that it's coming, or, you know, maybe kill some of the players and have a retake chance. But in that instance, we saw that the 3 players there for the retake were so far away that it's just they just can't. By the time the bombs are taken, it's too long to rotate. So pretty painful.
No picks so far through the mid. Got a little potential here for a battle though. Oscar is there. Chris J is also there. Now, does he flash and go mid, or is he going to go peak? Well, He's already picked up one. So there we go. There's the battle. We unfortunately missed it. It is Chris J that wins that one, though, as you'd expect on the T side. So Orpa sent to his grave. Angel has got an AWP on him, which I guess he's gone and retrieved. Or did he have one? They didn't have double AWP, did they? Pretty sure they did.
I don't think so.
No.
But yeah.
No, they didn't. So, okay.
Looking for the long take. Questone is in position though. Or will they go for long take? I mean, yeah, okay, there's the flash.
Yeah.
But is he going to actually flash Questone?
It's a fake.
He's actually going to back away after the smoke goes out.
It's going to be a fake, isn't it? Info from Nico suggests nothing mid. He's only got one player on the B bomb site, one on the 8, one at long. And the one at long has been dealt with. Can Steiker? No, he can't actually. He can pick up 2 himself before he runs out of bullets. Had no opportunity to reload there, so not a surprise. But has done his job. 2 kills. Zero now going to try and zone in on the bomb site from short. In fact, they're both going to come from short here. And that's curtains for him because Nico's waiting. Flash was good though. Forces him off the ledge. Doesn't make any difference to Nico. He picks another one up. And the last.
The cool thing about Nico there as well is that initially he gets the engagement, but realizes quickly that the shot isn't coming and it's getting kind of unfavorable. So he just drops away and actually plays it safe, whereby okay, instead of because I'm so good I'm going to kill these players, I'm actually going to force them to come to the site. I'm going to shoot them. My teammates will be able to shoot them too.
That's the smart part about it, Dan, right?
Yeah, he's going to be he's more consistent because he tries to play situations intelligently. So always nice to see that, and Mousesports looks so good right now. HellRaisers, they got Oscar on an AWP still, but unless Mousesports make the mistake to all run into him, I mean, as Chris J has now fallen to him.
Oh goodness,
it's they'll be fine.
Well, that was a little bit too easy, wasn't it? I'm not sure he was aware that anyone had crept round to blue though, so oh well, he didn't see it. There should be Mousesports moving to within 2 of map point. And of course, if they do win this, we're back to 2-2. Just as predicted earlier on in the show, I think. We would end up with 5. Yeah. It also means they'll have both won all of their maps that they chose.
We do actually have a quick pick-off there from Oscar as well. So Oscar's making life a little bit complex for Mousesports right now because they're suddenly thinking, oh god, we've got to go to the site. And he's dropped the bomber again. So 2 players now for Mousesports to just recover the bomb. And Oscar is just having none of it, taking down every single player so far. He's looking for the ace, but he has to take down essentially the boss, which is Nico. And Nico's going to jump. Oh, he actually was dead on with that, but not accurate because he still hadn't had the landing inaccuracy. Oh my god, this is so scary. And he picks up the frag there as he retreats back through the double doors, back into the bomb site to get the bomb planted. And he knows a player is lurking, waiting for him to plant. He's going to smoke it off, and he has to go for it. There's no time right now to do anything else. So just planting, being brave, and Stiko only on a pistol against a Nico with an AWP and 61 HP. This is obviously difficult, so can't expect too much here from Stiko. He's going to be powering forwards though, and the quick flick was missed, but Nico is going to be good to close out the rest of the round. But Oscar almost single-handedly destroyed Mousesports' hopes there.
Start a religion, Nico. I'll come to the church. My goodness. What a special player this man is.
The only way to... it's like... If it's like we should create like a rock paper scissors version, but you know, one of them is Oscar, one of them's Nico. Any way to stop Oscar is with a Nico, or something like that. I don't know. But 14-8, Mousesports closing in.
Just get threat.
Get a threat.
Yeah, get a threat. I heard he had a good game against Nico. Heads up 15-10 when they played. I mean, it's not directly, you know, 1v1 or a map or whatever. And you can't really count it because it wasn't, you know, actually 1v1.
Yeah, it could be like shooting him in the back or something.
But he did actually get more kills on Nico than anyone else. And apparently Nico was a little bit frustrated by it as well during the major. So just a quick shout out for an old mate.
It's funny because actually most people don't realise, but Fret's individual level is actually just terrible. Yeah. And well, the reason why he gets kills is because he's just a smart and seasoned player.
No, he is.
Even though he hasn't played for a year. But yeah.
He used to be a sick aimer as well, back in the day. Actually, no, he didn't.
Yeah, not particularly. Just watch an aim movie, watch a frag movie of his, an old one. It's not even then, but yeah.
Bless him.
Here you go.
Just giving him room for, you know, for funds. Anyway, back to the game. 14-8 right now. Mousesports having lost a man. And HellRaisers having lost a man. There might be another one lost here, indeed. Dennis making his way in towards the B-bomb site again. Very, very easily, it has to be said. They've broken in. They're going to get the bomb planted a little bit later than planned, but that's okay. And next no one knows. He's got 3 players hiding in the smoke, but he's not going to get the first pick, which could be crucial. But for Mousesports right now, 2 men left on the site. Dennis and Chris J this time round. Flash is keeping them at bay. Lovely shot from Dennis, covered Chris J perfectly, and he'll get a second one. No, Chris J, actually they combined the 2 of them to pick up that kill. Dennis now with another shot on site, and that's a really, really fantastic save from the pair of them inside that B-bomb site, and they move to map point.
Yeah, Dennis hasn't gotten many frags in this match. I mean, there's 4K there for him, but they have been impactful when he has been fragging. I mean, Dennis is, of course, kind of the support player of the team as well, so it's really nice to see when, you know, a player like that is going to be saving you around, and with the fragging, that is. And
yeah.
And Chris J didn't have to do anything here, just sit back and watch. And
Dennis is like, anytime you want to chip in, Chris, anytime you want to come play, I'm in the B-bomb site, there's 4 guys coming in. Chris is like, no, you got this, bro.
Alright, we're going to get some crazy aggression there from HellRaisers. They got to try something to save themselves here. And so far, you know, Oscar doing the Shoxy is not going to work out for the team. Angel is in the in dock with the mag. Boom! Oh no!
Boom! No headshot.
The variance in the mag.
Boom,
so heartbreaking.
Yeah, and the only other ones were famous anyway, with no. Not really anything other than that flash. That's it. They're done. There is nothing else. And against 5 Mousesports players right now, so I guess we can tell why Mousesports picked D2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they've had some really good positions. Their B in particular on T side has been very good. Having said that, HellRaisers didn't really defend it very well either, so it's hard to tell whether that was really good or actually really poor from HellRaisers. Again, 1 man remaining in here. He's going to pick up the first one, though. Doesn't matter. Trade is complete. Styko now. Can he pick up anything here? He can get 1. Spraying through the door is not going to get him any others. And that will be GG.
16-8, and I must say, you know, Mousesports impressive on Dust 2. I feel like it could have been a much closer game. I feel like HellRaisers have the tools. Absolutely, they have the tools. They actually have great players. Yep. Even, you know, Questonus and Zero, they seem to actually be pretty damn legit. And at fragging and support and the support and all the roles that is required, you know, of a team which has an Angel who's leading and can take the entries and be versatile. Players like Oscar and Stiko as well. So I think there's like a lot of potential for that unit. But on a lot of these maps, it feels like they have an underdeveloped understanding of how to play their T sides, and that seems to be killing them in a lot of these spots, which is unfortunate. But Mousesports, they're going to bring this to the 5th map now, and
yeah, let's take a look at the Nico highlights.
Yeah,
because most of them
that's the only one that one particular AWP one is all I care about.
There's a couple of Chris J shots in mid, which he got 1 through the box, of course. Then there is Nico covering A. There's 1. There's the run boost as well. That was beautiful. But what we're really waiting for is more Nico highlights, isn't it? Look, we could have made almost a movie of his own in this game. Look, boom, hello, bye. And yet another one with the AWP. Look, flash kill. Here it is. This is the big round, right? There's 1 quick scope. There's 2. There's 3 after he'd already tagged him with 4. So he's actually hit 4 shots in a row at this point. And there's number 5. Absolutely astonishing round.
Yeah, that's really special.
That one will stay for a while, I think, and that might well be the subject of a few frag movies.
Yeah, that one was really special of Nico, just to be able to do that with the AWP. Just the flicks were so clean and perfect. It's great to see.
Lovely 4K at the end by Dennis as well, I might add, because that pick that he made on the CT in the corridor was actually with his teammate, who was just to the left of him as well. I think he was trying to cover window. I think he was looking at window, and the guy was behind him. If he hadn't got that one, all hell breaks loose. They lose that round. So. Yeah. Some nice, you know, they seem to have the right players in the right places at the right time sometimes. With like Dennis, as he said, he'd been pretty quiet. He got 8 kills in that entire game. Suddenly steps up with a 4K inside the bomb site and wins them the round, which ultimately has led them to 2-2.
But there's one problem here, is that if there's something that's somewhat universal, it is that both teams have been struggling a little bit with their T-sides.
Yep.
I think Train is definitely a hard map for T-sides, just generally speaking.
Yes.
It's not an intuitive map for T-sides. You've got to have executes, you've got to be able to coordinate as a team. It's difficult. It's very difficult.
I agree, but on the other hand, if these qualifiers have shown us anything, it's that Train is now a team map.
Well, fair enough. I guess we're going to find out, right? So we're going to go to a quick break, and then we'll be back very shortly to find the conclusion of this best of 5 series between Mousesports and HellRaisers. The winner will qualify to the ECS, so the stakes could not really be all that bigger.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't be any bigger indeed. 2-2, nicely tied up between these two, Mousesports and HellRaisers. Don't forget, we've got the second semi-final coming up a little bit later, and the Americas games will be streamed live right on the same channel. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll find out who takes Map 5 very shortly.